What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with the final tune on the Prince and Revolution soundtrack album, Purple Rain, 1984. And as I mentioned, after I do this reaction in the next few days, I'm going to shoot a watch-along for the film, which I've never seen, which, as I think I mentioned before, almost surely will get blocked here on YouTube. I'll try it here first, but assuming it does get blocked, I'm going to put it over on my Patreon, and perhaps I'll shoot a little teaser video with a link to the full video on my Patreon. In any case, the last track on Purple Rain is the title track. As with every tune so far, I'm wondering the degree to which it is directly related to narrative elements of the film, though even if it is in fact connected to scenes or characters in the movie, I would also expect it to have external relevance, meaning to be about societal, cultural, psycho-emotional, or other issues that can be seen beyond just the film itself. So, in any case, and as maybe I haven't commented so far, I really do love this iconic image of Prince on the motorcycle. There's a drama to it. His look is very dramatic. The almost film noir type, dark with light coming through windows and smoke and so on around him. It has a really great look, although unfortunately we have the sticker, which I get why they would put a promotional sticker here, but also the Tower Records sticker, which makes me a bit nostalgic thinking about the Tower Records I used to go to when I was growing up, but is unfortunate the way it sort of blots out part of the cover art. In any case, let us listen to Purple Rain from the album Purple Rain by Prince and the Revolution.
I never meant to call you in your sorrow. I never meant to call you in your pain. I'm the one who wants that to you laughing. I only want to see you laughing in the purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple you better close and let me guide you to the purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain, yeah. Purple rain, purple rain. You know what I'm saying about me? Don't raise your hand. Purple rain, purple rain.
I already had a lot to say about the song, and then we get that ending, which just transported me and which took all the time it needed, and every bit of it, I think, was effective and striking. So the whole tune was epic. The whole tune conveyed a real emotional sincerity, maybe most notably by those vocals, which I thought were at the end of the tune. As it turns out, there were still multiple minutes left to go, but those melodic, non-lyrical vocals that he was doing in what was technically like the beginning of the last third of the tune, maybe, which were somewhere between operatic and gospel. It was like they had some gospel flair and flavor to them, but in terms of the form, they were almost full operatic vocals. That was incredible. And before that, we get some of his real fiery blues type vocals, as well as, let's say, more straightaway vocals before that, a bit softer and more tender. But the whole tune, vocally and sonically, as I said, had a real emotional sincerity to them. What I picked up from the lyrics sounds like he's saying he never meant to cause any problems or difficulties or uncertainty or much less pain to this person, and he didn't seek to pry them away from or steal them away from whatever relationship they may have been in previously or perhaps even currently, but he's not going to deny how he feels, and all he wants is for her to bathe in this purple rain, to dance in the purple rain, to feel the warmth and positivity of this purple rain. But it sounds like he's still convinced he's the one that can do it, and he wants to guide her to that place. So even if he doesn't want to mess up what she already has going, even if she doesn't want to cause problems with, again, maybe a relationship she's in currently, he's not gonna beat around the bush and somehow pretend that he doesn't see himself as the right person for her. So yeah, it feels like we believe him when he's saying that he doesn't want to make her feel upset or cause any problems or feel any pain, but we also believe him when he sounds like he's saying that he believes he's the one that knows how to get her to this place. And I don't know exactly what the metaphor, I'm assuming, of Purple Rain means specifically, but he's referencing it like it is a positive, like it is some sort of emotional nirvana where she can just be and just enjoy and feel loved and feel the warmth and intimacy that he has on offer. So yeah, I believe every part of what he's expressing, if I'm reading the lyrics right. Again, maybe I'm not catching parts of it that are crucial, and without seeing the movie, maybe there's some specific nuance that I just, don't have the wherewithal to interpret. But I love the guitar work, the strings, which they were already nice as sort of a backing component or a support sonic. But then as we get into that extended outro, which, people mentioned a number of tunes on here are from live performances. This one certainly seems to be the case. Not like overwhelmingly, but you can definitely hear some live crowd sounds, especially in that outro. But as I said, even up to that point, it was an epic power ballad, I guess is the most direct phrase I can think of to characterize the sonic atmosphere of what I heard. It's a heavy tune, it's emotional, but it's got, guitar power, and it became more sonically forceful as the tune went along. It started much softer, and then it built a little bit, and then it built a little bit, and then we get to that outro, which is the kind of outro that you finish a concert with, where there's just this huge, extended, cascading, rolling drum explosion where you don't quite know where it's going to end, and the guitars are carrying the moment with the drums, and there were strings. And then even when it sort of started to ramp down in terms of the drums, there's still some little vocalizations, and it just kept going, and the ambient of it kept going, and then finally it concludes, not in a way like, man, it's about time, but as in like, you had me enraptured. You could have gone another minute or two and I would have been just as mesmerized. So a really incredible album closer, even without knowing the specific narrative context of the film. As I said, sometime in the next few days, certainly within a week, I will do a reaction to the film. And let me make sure that I just have it queued up. Again, I know it's on my computer somewhere, Let me just make sure I know exactly where that is. And once again, shout out to Samantha for making it available. Do I have it here? Just make sure. Is it? I'm not seeing it. I just want to make sure I did in fact download it. Pretty sure I did, but yes, once again, shout out to Samantha, and as I said, assuming that I find, okay, yes, I do have it, I've got it. So, yes, I will do that sometime within the next few days, and for those of you who've been following the Prince deep dive, and once again, shout out to Stan, shout out to Chris, those who provided Prince material at the beginning of this deep dive, before I even got to this final. In the moment, I don't think I have any other Prince audio material waiting, but I am certainly eager and willing, or willing and eager to go through more material. So yes, let me know if I'm wrong about that. Again, I know Chris and Stan shared some stuff, and if there's stuff that I haven't gone through that I already have in that regard, do let me know. And if not, let me know if you can provide some more, because yes, I hope this is not the end of the Prince audio journey. Let me know what you think of the tune, and I will see you next time. Peace.